Yo, what is up? It's your boy, motherfucking Postbag here, coming to drop another fucking banger of a video for you guys, alright? Coming in with a fucking banger to bless y'all's day. I hope y'all enjoy this video. Before I get started, Normal Weirdos merch is coming soon. I've made all the t-shirts, made I made an iPhone case, and I made stickers, stuff like that. So, you know, merch line should be coming soon. And on the podcast, you know, I made a Discord and I'm kind of trying to get people to join, and I sent an invite to a bunch of people, but they haven't exactly joined the Discord yet. So, you know, the podcast might be a little slow to start, but you know, at some fucking point it'll happen. All right, guys, I promise. All right, but let's just get into the story. So right now we start off, we're in rehab. We're in fucking the most shitty no, I'm just kidding. The place was decent, honestly. The food was super good, and I can't lie, but we're at rehab, and it's kind of like early in the day, I believe. I think it's like 12 or something like that, and I learned that we're having a new intake come in. And what a new intake means is basically that like someone new, you know, like us, is coming in, and you know, they don't have no clue where the fuck they are, and they just got dropped off, basically. Or, you know, some people, they do know that they're going there, which, you know, what the fuck, but you know, that's cool too. And so I learned this new kid's coming in, and for the story, we're gonna call this kid Grant. All right, so fucking Grant comes in, right? Grant comes in, and I'm sitting around the table talking to a few people, and it's just me and my friends, and then one kid named I can't remember what I used that as his name for the last story time, but this is the kid that I hit in the face, just letting you all know. So the kid that is around us is the kid I hit in the face, plus me and my friends, alright? And this was before I started really beefing with the kid, so, you know, I'm kind of talking to him, and I'm not really pissed off at him or anything, or I don't have any beef with him at this point. Like, I thought we had settled the previous beef we had before, but obviously not, because he's a fucking retard and a dumbass kid, you know, and I'm a dumbass kid, and so I'm definitely allowed to call this man a fucking dumbass. But anyway, he comes in, and he walks up to us, and you know, I'm talking to him. I'm trying to show him, you know, that I'm cool, and you know, if you want somebody to fucking talk to, you know, I'm there, and he can talk to me. And he starts talking to us, and then he goes, "Hey guys," and we're kind of all like, "What?" And he's like, "Bro, I put 2 choice carts in the we called it the Legacy Center." So it was like a different building completely. It's where you went to go eat lunch and do group and stuff like that. So he's like, "They're in the bathroom in the Legacy Center, like, and I have 2 of them. So like, do you guys want to go like get them later?" And like, first mistake that this kid made is, one, telling fucking 5 people, all right, in a rehab that you have a cart. That's like, bro, that's fucking stupid as shit, dude. What the fuck was he thinking? Like, if you were smart, what you do is you fucking don't tell anybody what the fuck you have, unless like you start getting to know people and then you learn that they're cool as fuck, and then you tell them that shit. But bro, you don't start off a fucking conversation by saying you have a fucking cart in the Legacy Center. Like, what the fuck? So anyway, figures out he has a cart, and we're like, okay, cool, we need to get those carts. So since it's already in the middle of the day, we're already scheming. Like, the instant he says he has a cart, we all fucking start scheming, like, instantly, you know. Obviously fucking drug addict behavior. So we're all scheming, and we're all figuring out. And the first issue is he just had the carts, right? So he didn't have a fucking battery. Alright, no battery whatsoever. And we're trying to figure out like what the fuck we're gonna do. So we came on the conclusion that we're gonna have to fucking wire hit the cart, fucking like hillbilly the shit. And like, we come to the conclusion, but then we're thinking like, how the fuck are we supposed to get we needed a little charging brick for 1, and then we needed a cord for 2, and then we needed scissors to cut the shit. And all 3 of those items are incredibly hard to come by for obvious fucking reasons. You know, you aren't supposed to exactly have those things in a residential treatment facility. So we're scheming, and we're just looking around trying to figure the things out. So we go to the Legacy Center, right? And we go to the Legacy Center, And he goes into the bathroom and he gets his carts and he comes down and we're like, bro, you got that cart? Like, bro, you good? And he shows us the carts and we're like, holy fuck, dude, he has a cart. No fucking way, he's actually dead ass. So he has a fucking cart and we're trying to figure out how to hit that shit, right? So we're playing fucking dodgeball. I remember we're sitting at the Legacy Center, he has his carts, we're playing dodgeball now because for some reason I think they wanted to play dodgeball, so we're playing dodgeball. And there's this little podium thing, where a speaker would go and start talking, obviously. So I'm going behind the podium because I don't want to fucking play dodgeball. Fuck that whack ass shit. So I'm standing behind the podium, just kind of looking, and I'm looking around on the podium. And we're not exactly supposed to be behind the damn thing. We're supposed to be sitting kind of on the wall, just kind of watching if you don't want to play. But I was sitting behind the podium, and since the staff members that were working at the time were cool as fuck, they didn't really care. Right, so thank God for that. But I look and I'm looking around on the podium and I just so happen to see a fucking cord, bro, a micro USB cord. And I'm so fucking I'm like, holy shit, no fucking way this actually happened. Right, so I grab the cord, of course, I hand it to my friend, I call him fucking Blake. I hand it to my friend Blake. Blake is holding the cord now, so we have the cord. All right, so we already got one of the 3 items that we need, right? And so now we got the cord, we're good, we're chilling. We walk up back to the bunkhouse, that's what we call it, the bunkhouse where you sleep. So we're back in the bunkhouse, and at this point, now we got to figure out how to get a brick and how to get some scissors. So for the brick, what we got is we could not find one of those little iPhone little charging bricks or whatever. We could not find one of those at all. There was none in sight, and every single one was guarded by a fucking RC or had a RC's phone plugged in. And RC means recovery coach. I'm gonna call them that throughout the story. So recovery coach, which is they're just the staff members. All right, so I could not find a fucking brick. I could not find one. None of my friends could find one. Fucking even the other kid, I can't remember what I called him in the story, I have no clue. So we're gonna call the kid, we're gonna call him fucking Sam. Alright, fucking Sam. I think I used that in the last video. I don't know if that's what I named him, but fucking Sam, so we're gonna call him Sam. And Sam realizes that in the school, there's little school, obviously where you do online school, because a lot of kids get sent there in the middle of the school year and they need to complete school, and some kids even need to fucking graduate. So obviously there needs to be a school. So we realized that in the school there's this big ass I can't remember, I don't know what the fuck they're called, but those the little bricks, but they have all the different little fucking thing so you can plug extra shit into it, the big ass thing. I'll probably put a picture on screen, show y'all what I'm talking about. But basically we realized that they have one of those, and the only thing is that there's a computer plugged into it, and I don't know why they bought it, because the only thing they had was the computer cart plugged into it, right? So I don't know why they needed all those extra little spaces to plug shit into, but fucking they did. So we scheme up a plan. So we're playing outside, and we have to figure out how to get into the schoolhouse. And of course we're a bunch of drug addicts, so we're gonna get in. Now, it might not be the smartest decision, but we're gonna get in nonetheless, obviously. So we devise this, me and Sam, we devise this plan, right? So he's playing basketball, and he decides that he's gonna shoot he's gonna shoot the basketball, and he's gonna airball it on purpose. And when that happens, I'm gonna go run to get the ball, and then instead of running to get the ball, I'm just gonna run to the schoolhouse instead. So sorry, so I have an excuse to fucking or not an excuse, it's kind of so that way they don't get exactly kind of sketched out, what the hell is he doing? They just think I'm getting the ball, right? So I'm going to get the ball, and I'm running, and then I skip to grab the ball, and I run into the schoolhouse, and I run in real quick, grab the big ass thing, I pull that shit out, plug the computer cart back in, and I run outside, and I shove it in my underwear. And mind you, guys, this thing is fucking massive, dude. This thing is huge. The picture that I showed on screen is pretty much the size, and I shoved it in my underwear. All right, I shoved that shit in my fucking underwear. And so I'm walking out, and I hear an RC, and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm like, oh shit. Because, you know, if he comes up to me, obviously, one, he's going to search me because he thinks I was doing something suspicious. And two, I have a fucking huge ass bulge in my fucking underwear, dude. It's massive. And it looks, there's no hiding this thing. I'm sorry. Like, there's no way I could hide this thing anywhere in my pants. But, you know, I try my best. And he goes, hey, what are you doing? And it's in my underwear at this point. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So I shake my leg and shit, so it falls out of my pants as he's walking toward me, and it falls out of my pants as he's walking toward me, and then I walk forward, grab the ball, and just say, yeah, I was getting the ball, and he's like, it took you like 2 minutes. It took you like a minute to get that ball, dude. Like, it doesn't take a minute to get that ball. And I was like, well, I walk slow. I don't fucking know, dude. So he searches me, and obviously I don't have the thing on it because I dropped it in the rocks. And I walk back in to the bunkhouse, and I'm chilling. And so I tell Sam where I dropped it because, you know, he needs to go get it. Because at this point in time, it won't be actually suspicious if he gets it now because, you know, it's right there. It's like super, super close. So he goes, he grabs it, brings it back in somehow. Doesn't get searched. I don't know how the fuck he doesn't get searched, but he doesn't. All right, doesn't get searched at all. Comes in, and motherfucker, dude, I've never been so happy. So we have that, yada yada yada. So we have that little brick, and now that we have the brick, now all we need is the scissors. So for dinner, we're going back down to Legacy Center, and you know, there's the arts and crafts room. Now, obviously, the scissors are gonna have to be in the fucking arts and crafts room, right? Like, no shit. So the only issue is that the arts and crafts room is these big ass double doors that obviously any RC can see you go into. Like, no shit. But there is one thing. We made a plan. So we made a plan. So we're gonna go fucking play dodgeball. That's what we want to do. So we want to play dodgeball again, right? And so now, as we're playing dodgeball, obviously somebody has to get the balls, and the balls are in the arts and crafts room. So the kid that we have go get the balls, he walks in the arts and crafts room, fucking grabs the balls, and then finds a pair of scissors. And there just so happens to be a pair of scissors laying right on top of the fucking little table in there. So, you know, he grabs them real quick, shoves them in his pants or his underwear, and he walks out, and he's like, yeah, I got the scissors. And so we're set at this point, right? And we're good. So we get back to the bunkhouse, and we're ready. We are ready to start fucking going, boys. But, you know, Grant, being the dumb ass kitty he was, Sam fucking convinced Grant to let him have one of the carts so he could hit it as well. Like, what the fuck is he doing, bro? Why would you not just keep the 2 carts? I don't understand. Grant was a really stupid kid, and he was honestly I didn't really fuck with Grant that much just because he was kind of a dickhead, and he thought that since he had a cart, you know, everybody should suck his dick and get on their knees and fucking praise him because he had a cart. Like, no, you're a fucking idiot, and you gave your cart to fucking Sam. And I knew the moment he did that shit that he wasn't getting it back, and that is exactly what happened. But, you know, that's later in the story. So we go in, we're ready to hit that shit. So Grant goes in, he's taking the first shower, and while he's taking the first shower, his plan is he's gonna like turn on the water and then just start like, you know, making a fucking hillbilly charger and hitting the cart. And I was like, yo, that's cool, like, you do that shit. So we do that, or he does that, and then I'm like, yo, let me hit that shit. And he's like, all right, man, I left it in the shower. I left it in the shower. And I was like, all right, cool. So I go in there, and I'm looking around, and I can't fucking find it. Like, I see the brick and the cord connected into the wall, but I can't find the carts. Where the fuck are the carts? So I walk back out, and I'm like, oh, I need to get my towel. Walk back out, and I'm like, Grant, where the fuck are the carts? And he's like, bro, they're on the bathroom floor. And I was like, what the fuck? But at this point, another kid goes into the shower, bro. And so now we can't get the carts, and they're just chilling, bro. They're on the floor just chilling. Like, what the fuck? Now, luckily, this kid that was in the shower, he was part of our room. And he's actually, he was cool. He was a cool ass kid, but he's not really relevant to any of these stories. It just happens to be, so I'm not going to give him a name, but like, he's taking a shower. And we're like, all right, fuck. So we gotta wait for him to get a shower. So after he gets out, like I'm banging on the door, like I'm trying to get him out, and he's like, fuck no, I'm not getting out. Suck my dick, and you can wait. And I was like, all right, fucking fine, bro, fucking fine. And comes out, you know, I go in there, or Grant goes in there, grabs him, and now he has him. So I take a shower at this point now, because at this point it's kind of sketchy. That there's a huge ass brick in the bathroom, and the RCs are kind of like walking around, like looking around, seeing shit. And if they see that big ass brick, bro, game over. So we cannot have that shit in plain sight. So Grant takes that and his cart, goes into the bathroom, or goes into the room 4. And so we're kind of waiting for it to be bedtime so we can start hitting that shit, right? So we're waiting for it to be bedtime, and right now the only people in my room that know about it are me, my homie, and then another homie that I have. So only 4 of us know about it, all right, including Grant, right? So now we're ready to hit that shit. It's bedtime, we're ready, we're good, and we're fucking excited, man. So we get to rip in the cart. You know, obviously it's kind of sketchy, and the room does smell like pure ass. And if you guys know what choice carts smell like, then just imagine that. And the fucking entire room smelled like shit. But we're hitting it, and you know, like most of the people there have not had like weed in a very long time. So most of us, our like tolerances like are reset at this point. So I'm ripping the choice cart, like, dude, I hit this thing like a fuck ton, dude, and I am high as shit, bro. This is one, dude, I was so high, dude, I didn't know what the fuck was going on, dude. Like, I was so high, I was tweaking high. Like, how about that? Like, I was tweaking about everything, right? Normally I'm not a tweaker, but I was just that fucking high, dude. So I'm high as fuck, and me, him, and then eventually, you know, you can't exactly hide hitting a cart in the middle of a room while everybody else is awake. Like, the entirety of room 4 at this point knows about the cart, and I wasn't honestly too concerned about it, because like everybody in our room, like the way we structured that room is we all kind of got all the cool people in that shit, or at least the cool people that I hung out with were in that shit. There wasn't really anybody that was a dickhead besides Grant in there, but you know, whatever. So we're hitting the cart, and every fucking kid starts wanting to hit it. So they're all hitting it, bro. Everybody's fucking hitting it. Only person that doesn't hit it is this one kid named we'll call him Blake, because he's pretty relevant to the story, so we'll call him Blake. Blake doesn't hit it, which I respect, because you know, it's whatever. That's cool. That's on him. He was just kind of enjoying like fucking with us because we were really high as fuck. So basically, we're high, we're chilling, and this fucking kid, dude, the kid that was in the shower that stopped me from getting the cart, bro. He like, okay, so originally this kid looked like a fucking goody two shoes, bro. He looked like he was there for vaping in the bathroom, bro. Like, and his drug of choice was fucking like over the counter, and I think the reason he was there is because he abused his prescriptions. Because I think he had like pretty bad like ADHD and like whatever. And so I did not expect him to be the kid that hit it. And he walks up to me and he's like, bro, let me get a hit. Like, let me hit that shit, man. And I was like, really? And he was like, hell yeah, I want to hit that shit. So everybody in the room at this point, besides Blake, is high as fuck. And we're having a grand ass time, bro, being super duper high. And we're chilling and yada yada, night goes on, blah blah blah, pass out. You know, we had our fun. And we wake up, next day starts, and at this point in time, dude, of course, Grant, being the absolute dumbass he is, giving his cart to fucking Sam. I don't know, I'm sorry guys, but dude, what the fuck is he thinking, man? He's a dumbass, that's all I can say. Like, he's just really stupid. So of course he's not gonna get the cart back. And fucking Sam is stalling, like he's asking him for his cart back, and Sam is like, bro, yeah, like, man, it's in the room, yada yada, man, it's here, and he's stalling, like, at this point, I know that he's not getting the cart back, and I think fucking Grant at this point is kind of realizing that too in his dumbass decision. So he's trying to, Grant thinks that, everybody should suck his cock because he has his cart right. So he's trying to get me. He's like, if you want to hit that cart, you're gonna go get it from Sam. And I was like, what the? No. For one, I'm not doing that shit, obviously. Why the fuck would I do that? I don't give a fuck about the cart. I got high one time, alright? That's cool, alright? I don't give a fuck now. Alright? Obviously, I want to keep hitting it, duh. No shit, but like, I'm not gonna go fucking beg Layden to give it to me like a bitch. Like, I don't give a fuck. And I'm not gonna go start beef with Layden, because at this point, I wasn't trying to really beef with anybody. I was just like, bro, you're doing that shit yourself. I don't give a fuck. But of course, Layden has his own cart, and now... What did you think was gonna happen? If you guys, use your brain a little bit, you probably expect what's about to happen next. But everybody finds out that there's a cart. Every fucking buddy. Now, I'm gonna show you later in the story. You're gonna see how many fucking people. You're gonna know how many people hit it. But for now, I have no clue. So I have no clue who's hit it at this point. But Grant. I kind of forgot to mention this. I kind of skimmed over this, but after we hit the cart, Grant gave the brick and the cord to Layden that night that we used it, obviously, which was... I don't know what the fuck this man was thinking, dude. This man had to be absolutely retarded, alright? Absolutely fucking stupid, man. So of course he's not getting that shit back. He's not getting his cart back, and he's not getting his fucking cord and brick back. Hell no, the fuck he is not getting that shit back. And I knew that. And I knew that from the very beginning. And of course Sam is stalling, bro. He's not giving that shit back. And now everybody fucking knows about it because Sam, obviously being the fucking bitch he is, tells everybody about it and tells his little group of homies too. So now his little group of homies is... So basically what this means now is actually 3, because it's my friends, fucking Grant by himself, because Grant can get bitched. I don't give a fuck about Grant. And then fucking the Goon Squad, that's what we called them, the Goon Squad, right over there with Sam and shit. So the Goon Squad. And they're fucking beefing. They're this cart started a fucking war. This is the most drug addict behavior. This is the most drug addict behavior I have ever fucking seen, dude. Starts a war, dude. Kids are we're beefing over this shit, and they're scheming on how they're gonna steal it back, blah blah blah. But honestly, it gets nighttime, and we still don't have it at this point. And I'm not really tripping about it. I'm just like, Grant, you're a bitch, and you just got your shit stolen. How you feel? And he was like, fuck, please get it back. I was like, fuck no, I'm not doing that shit. So fucking next day, someone snitches. All right, we don't know who snitches. I have my theories, but it's not really gonna matter to you guys. I have my theories, but some kid snitched. All right, and the exact next day, bro, everybody gets drug tested right in the morning. They wake us up from the beginning and say, everybody take a fucking UA, dude. And let me tell you, bro, 15 out of the 21 kids that were there hit that shit, bro. And the only kids that didn't hit that shit are the kids that actually didn't know that there was a cart in there. Because I'm sure if they did, they would have fucking hit that shit as well. But fuck no, dude. Everybody fucking hit that cart, man. Everybody. But yeah, that's the story, getting a cart into rehab. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys have a fucking blessed day, and I hope that all your greatest wishes come true. So peace.